Hello everyone, welcome to Psychovoks. Today we are going to learn about 100 most important psychologists and their contribution. I have divided these 100 psychologists into 10 important sections, so it becomes easier for you to remember. Okay, let's start with the part 1, Foundations and Schools of Psychology. Number 1, Wilhelm Wundt. Wilhelm Wundt is associated with the establishment of the first experimental psychology laboratory in Leipzig, Germany in 1879. So remember, Wundt experimental psychology. Number 2, William James. William James is one of the major figures associated with functionalism. So William James, functionalism. Number 3, Edward Titchener. Edward Titchener developed and systematized structuralism as a school of psychology. So, Edward Titchener is structuralism. Number 4, John B. Watson. John B. Watson is known as the major founder of behaviorism. He emphasized the study of observable behavior. So, Watson behaviorism. Next, Max Wertheimer. Wertheimer was one of the founders of Gestalt psychology. Number 6, Wolfgang Kohler. Kohler is associated with Gestalt psychology and is especially famous for insight learning. Number 7, Kafka. Kafka was another major figure in Gestalt psychology. Number 8, Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud is the founder of psychoanalysis. Number 9, Carl Jung. Carl Jung developed analytical psychology. So, Carl Jung, analytical psychology. Number 10, Alfred Adler. Adler developed individual psychology. So, Adler, individual psychology. This was our first section. Our second part is learning theories. Ivan Pavlov. Ivan Pavlov is famous for classical conditioning. Number 12, Edward Thorndike. Thorndike proposed trial and error learning and the famous law of effect. So, Edward Thorndike, trial and error learning plus law of effect. Number 13, B.F. Skinner. Skinner is famous for operant conditioning. So, Skinner, operant conditioning. Number 14, John Watson. Watson is associated with the Little Albert experiment demonstrating conditioned emotional responses. So, John Watson, Little Albert. Number 15, Kohler. Kohler demonstrated insight learning through his studies with chimpanzees. So, Kohler, insight learning. Number 16, Albert Bandura. Bandura proposed social learning theory, emphasizing learning through observation and modeling. So, Albert Bandura, social learning theory. Number 17, Julian Rotter. Julian Rotter developed social learning theory and is particularly associated with the concept of locus of control. So, Rotter, locus of control. Number 18, Martin Seligman. Seligman is famous for the concept of learned helplessness. So, Seligman, learned helplessness. Number 19, Edwin Guthrie. Guthrie proposed the contiguity theory of learning. So, Guthrie, contiguity theory. Number 20, Clark Hull. Clark Hull is associated with drive reduction theory of learning. So, Clark Hull, drive reduction theory of learning. Our next part is cognitive psychology. It is our third part. Okay. Number 21, Jean Piaget. Jean Piaget proposed the theory of cognitive development. So, Piaget, cognitive development theory. Number 22, Lev Vygotsky. Vygotsky proposed the socio-cultural theory of cognitive development. He is also famous for the zone of proximal development. So, Vygotsky, socio-cultural theory plus ZPD. Number 23, Jerome Bruner. Bruner is associated with discovery learning. So, Bruner, discovery learning. Number 24, David Ausubel. Ausubel proposed meaningful verbal learning. So, David Ozubel, Meaningful Verbal Learning. 25. George Miller. Miller is famous for his work on working memory and the classic 7 plus minus 2 idea regarding immediate memory span. So, Miller, 7 plus minus 2. Number 26. Ulrich Nieser. Nieser is widely known as one of the major figures who established cognitive psychology as a field. So, Nieser, cognitive psychology. Number 27. Aaron Beck. Beck developed cognitive therapy. Number 28. Albert Ellis. Ellis developed rational emotive behavior therapy, RABT. Number 29. Leon Festinger. Festinger proposed the theory of cognitive dissonance. So, Festinger, cognitive dissonance. Number 30. Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky. They proposed prospect theory, an important theory in judgment and decision making. So, Kahneman and Tversky, prospect theory. This was our third part. Now our fourth part is intelligence. Number 31. Charles Spearman. Spearman proposed two-factor theory consisting of general intelligence or a specific ability. Number 32. L.L. Thurston. Thurston proposed primary mental abilities theory. So, L.L. Thurston, primary mental abilities. J.P. Guilford. J.P. Guilford proposed the structure of intellect model. So, Guilford, structure of intellect. Number 34. Raymond Cattell. Cattell proposed the distinction between fluid and crystallized intelligence. So, Cattell, fluid and crystallized intelligence. Number 35. John Horn. John Horn also made major contributions to the fluid and crystallized intelligence model along with Raymond Cattell. Number 36. Howard Gardner. Gardner proposed multiple intelligences. Number 37. Robert Sternberg. Sternberg proposed triarchic theory of intelligence. Number 38. Louis Thurston. Okay, I wrote the name of Thurston 2 times. L.L. Thurston, primary mental abilities. Louis Thurston, primary mental abilities. Okay. Number 39. Arthur Jensen. Jensen proposed hierarchical model of intelligence and research on the structure of cognitive abilities. So, Jensen, hierarchical model of intelligence. Number 40. Philip Vernon. Vernon proposed hierarchical theory of intelligence. Next is personality, which is our fifth part. Number 41. Sigmund Freud. Freud developed psychodynamic theory of personality. Number 42. Carl Jung. Jung developed analytical psychology. Alfred Adler, he developed individual psychology. These three are most important. Sigmund Freud, psychodynamic theory. Carl Jung, analytical psychology. Alfred Adler, individual psychology. Karen Horney, Neo-Freudian theory. Horney was an important Neo-Freudian theorist and emphasized the role of social and cultural factors in personality. So, Horney, Neo-Freudian theory. Number 45. Erik Erikson. Erikson proposed the 8 stages of psychosocial development. So, Erikson, psychosocial development. Number 46. Carl Rogers. Carl Rogers developed the person-centered therapy. 47. Abraham Maslow. Maslow is famous for hierarchy of needs and humanistic psychology. So, Maslow, hierarchy of needs. 48. Gordon Allport. Allport developed an important trait theory of personality. So, Allport, trait theory. Raymond Cattell, 16 personality factors, 16 PF. Number 50. Hans Eysenck. Ising proposed the PEN model of personality. P. Psychoticism. E. Extraversion. N. Neuroticism. This model was developed by Hans Ising. Number 51. Costa and Macrae. Costa and Macrae are strongly associated with the 5-factor model or Big 5 personality traits. So Costa and Macrae, Big 5. Number 52. George Kelly. Kelly proposed the personal construct theory. So Kelly, personal construct theory. Number 53. Henry Murray. Murray developed a need theory of personality and identified various psychogenic needs. So Henry, need theory or psychogenic needs. Number 54. Julian Rotter. Rotter is strongly associated with locus of control. So this was the part 1 of 100 most important psychologists and their contribution. I will cover the remaining psychologists and their important contribution in part 2. So make sure you don't miss it. If you found this video helpful, like this video, share it with your psychology friends and subscribe to Psychovoks for more exam-oriented psychology content. And don't forget to save this video for your revision. Bye bye. See you in part 2.